Hello, welcome to our channel. We listen to beautiful short stories here. The story of this episode:
The King of the Jungle. Once upon a time, a lion was the king of a jungle. He was mighty, and the animals sent him presents every day. However, he was not satisfied with his life and believed that he'd better have team to be at his service in that territory. Consequently, he called the fox. The fox went to the king immediately. The lion told him, "Everybody is aware of your sagacity. I would like you to be my advisor." The fox bowed him and said, "I am always at your service." The lion called the leopard after the fox and said, "You are nimble and swift-footed. I'd like you to be my protector." The leopard bowed and accepted the order. After that, it was the crow's turn. The lion told him, "You are able to fly wherever you like. I'd like you to be my courier." The crow bowed the lion and became his courier since then. They promised him to be loyal and faithful to him forever. The lion accepted to provide their daily food and remove their needs. He also promised to make a comfortable life for them. Everything was fine with them. The fox, the leopard, and the crow helped the lion and were at his service. They accompanied him where he intended to go. While hunting, they were beside him, and when he was full up, they started to eat the leftover. Therefore, they never felt hungry during the day. One day, the crow came to the lion and said, "Your Majesty, have you ever tasted the camel meat? It is really delicious. I have tasted it once and enjoyed it so much." The lion had not eaten camel meat, and he had not even seen any camel in his life. So he asked the crow, "How can I find one?" The crow said, "There is a desert far from here. I was flying over that desert when I saw a heavy camel. He was walking there by himself." The lion shared this news with the fox and the leopard and asked them what they thought about that news. The fox and the leopard knew nothing about the desert. However, they preferred not to let the lion know it, because the lion might have thought the crow is wiser and more knowledgeable than they were. They told the lion, "The crow is right. Camel meat is really delicious and the king should taste it." The next day, the king and his friends went to the desert. They soon arrived at a place where there was no jungle, no green trees, and no shadow to rest. There was only the hot sun and the empty desert. The crow was flying forward and showing them the way. He was not bothered with the hot weather at all and kept shouting, "Hurry up, the camel is near here." The lion couldn't walk anymore. His paws had been burnt by the hot sands of the desert. He stopped and roared, "I don't want the camel meat. I want to return to the jungle." The crow, the fox, and the leopard were scared a lot by his roaring. They were very far from the jungle and did not know how to take the furious lion back to his home. The clever fox had a good idea. He told the others, "Please stay here. I will go to ask for help." He went and started to look for the camel and finally found him. He told him, "Hurry up, our king needs to visit you." The camel asked, "Your king? Who is your king? I just know my own owner and I always help him whenever he wants." The fox said, "Our king is really strong and has killed your owner. You are free now and don't have to work hard in this scorching hot desert. The king has asked you to go to him and live comfortably the rest of your life. You can come with me if you like." The camel was exhausted of working hard and would like to live comfortably. Therefore, he followed the fox. They were with the lion after a while. Everyone was pleased with this visiting. The fox told the lion, "Your Majesty, please climb up the camel so your paws can't be burnt anymore. We should come back to the jungle." The lion, the leopard, and the fox climbed up the camel and walked back to the jungle. The crow was flying over their heads and showed them the way. Finally, they arrived the jungle. They were very tired and hungry. It was the time for dinner. The fox, the leopard, and the crow were waiting for the lion to kill the camel. But the lion went to the camel and said, "I thank you a lot to save me, my friend. You can stay here as much as you like, and I promise to protect you." The fox, the leopard, and the crow were confused and looked at each other surprisingly. They had tried a lot to find the camel, but the lion was not going to kill and eat him. Suddenly the lion roared and said, "Hey, you three, don't you see I'm starving? My paws are burnt and I can't search for food. Go and find food for me as soon as you can." They obeyed the king and left there, but did not go to search for food. They gathered together to find a way to be able to make the camel ask the lion to eat him. After that, they went back to the lion. The crow went forward and said, "Your Majesty, we searched a lot, but couldn't find any food for you. Since we know you are very hungry, but we don't like you to be bothered, so please eat me." At this time, the fox ran forward and hit the crow aside and said, "No, you are very small. I am heavier than you, and I have more meat than you. Your Majesty, please eat me." Suddenly, the leopard interrupted the fox and said, "No, Your Majesty, I'm the biggest. Please eat me." The camel was standing there and watching them. He thought with himself, "I must prove my loyalty to the king." So he went forward and said, "I would like to sacrifice myself for you. These friends are more useful. They should be alive. So please eat me." The fox, the leopard, and the crow became so happy and waited for the lion to kill and eat the camel. The lion said, "I thank you all. I accept you and eat you one by one." As the crow heard this, he hurriedly flew away. The fox and the leopard ran away so quickly too, but the camel was still standing there ready to sacrifice himself for the king. The lion laughed and went to the camel and said, "Dear camel, you proved your loyalty to me. I won't eat you. I will protect you as long as I am alive, and won't let anyone hurt you." The camel appreciated him happily. The lion thought to himself, "To be kind is the best work in the world."
Thank you for listening to our short story, and sorry if the video was not in its best form. Thank you for supporting us and helping us progress. Please like us and press the subscribe button and leave a comment for us to progress.